This is Adriana Savarall reporting for the Ministry of Health and Social Development. Today is International Women's Day under the theme Pledge for Parity. Female students of Brigado Flax Educational Center were educated on how to become successful young women at a recent all-girls empowerment forum. The forum was a joint collaboration with the Office of Gender Affairs and the Rotaract Club of Virgin Gorda, which was held in observance of International Women's Day on March 8th. In her opening remarks, Gender Affairs Coordinator Ms. Laura Lee Connor said that the intention was to reach the young people so that they start thinking differently about gender equality and equity.
And of course, we wanted to reach the young people because we have to start with you, for you to start thinking differently about what gender equality, gender parity is really about, so that your mindset will be different going forward. And then we'll have more people thinking along these lines, which will then begin to change our cultural concepts and perceptions, and also the way we interact with each other, because then you will know, okay, well, this shouldn't be happening to me, so I am not putting up with this, and you can stand up for yourself, okay? So we're not just here today just to keep you company, or just for you to look at us. We're here today to impart knowledge to you, and to hopefully have you understand that this life that we're in called a journey, we can do it together and make it stronger, make each other stronger in going forward with knowledge that can help each of us have better lives.
Rotaractor Argel Horton spoke on the importance of International Women's Day and the theme Pledge for Parity.
We wanted to celebrate International Women's Day and educate and empower the females that are on Virgin Gorda. And we have so much in store for everyone. So I hope that you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. And please don't just sit there and just be quiet. I want you to be involved with the program and the presenters, so be very interactive with one another.
Students were informed on topics such as having a spiritual relationship with God, having high self-esteem, dynamics of being in a relationship at a young age, sexuality, and professional development. The presenters were Mrs. Chauncey Klein, Miss Makisha Delplesh, Reverend Esther Georges, and Miss Laura Lee Connor. We just wrapped up an all-girls forum where we celebrated International Women's Day. We talked about health and relationship topics, and I just want to interview a few of the girls about what their experience was like in attending the forum. So Janique, how did you enjoy the forum today?
I enjoyed it very well. I loved every moment.
So what was your favorite aspect about the forum?
When Miss Klein spoke to us about self-esteem and confidence.
So do you think that more forums like this will help young girls like you with self-esteem?
I really do.
If there's one thing that you'd like to take away from this to give to your friends who didn't come today, what would it be?
Save yourself for marriage.
All right. Thank you so much.
I liked the different speakers and how they talked to us. It was very persuading and it was easy to understand the concepts.
Well, to me now, I thought that all the speakers, how they inspire me and how I'm a young teenager to grow up and be a better adult when I grow up.
Would you like them to come back here and do the forum again anytime soon?
Yes.
Well, of course, yes. So other girls as from me to learn and inspire as they grow up.
So what's one thing you want to take away from here to give to your friends who didn't come?
Well, one thing I will take away from here is that to don't rush anything and to encourage other girls to do what's best for their life, in their life actually.
So standing with me is Anika Christopher. She attended the forum. So how did you like the forum?
Well, I loved it. I learned a lot of new things.
So give me one thing that you would take away to share with your friends who didn't attend.
That if you're being abused, to try to get out of the situation no matter what. We, as a person, deserve better than that.
So you think that you would benefit from the forum if you should have it again?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Okay. So tell me how have the taping of the videos going with persons making the pledge?
So far it's going good. We did St. George's High School, we did Cedar School. Today we're going to do Brigado Flax Educational Center. Then tomorrow we're doing Elmore Stout School. Then we have Seventh-day Adventists, and that's about it.
So what's the overall goal when we tape the schools saying, or making the pledge and also saying who inspires them?
The overall goal is to bring observance to International Women's Day and the Pledge for Parity.
Standing with me is Miss Laura Lee Connor, Gender Coordinator with the Office of Gender Affairs. So we just wrapped up the Girls Forum. And tell me, what was this experience like in planning this and executing it on International Women's Day?
Well, actually, I'm really happy for the input of Rotaract Virgin Gorda because I think without their help and assistance, we wouldn't have made this trip. They were very adamant about us doing something for International Women's Day on Virgin Gorda, something that would impact the young ladies. And I'm so glad that we decided to run with them on this because the young ladies that were here today really seem to appreciate the information. And I know that the knowledge that was imparted here today will make a difference in their lives in the long run.
Well, how did that collaboration come about?
Well, the collaboration came about because we do a lot of work with Rotaract Virgin Gorda. They're our wing, you can say, for getting things done in Virgin Gorda. And also Ms. Del Plesh from our office, the administrative officer, is a Rotaract participant, and she basically would let them know exactly what we're doing, and they would try to find a creative way to team up with us. And they've been doing it for the past couple of months, I must say. Even last year with our 16 days of activism, they were right there trying to make sure that everyone is involved. And they understand the need for equality and parity amongst both genders. And I think that's very important for someone to actually catch the vision that the office has and take it onward, especially to the younger generation.
So what are your plans for the rest of the month to acknowledge the theme Pledge for Parity?
Well, the theme Pledge for Parity, as you know, is to pledge for equality. And what we did this year was we went into the schools and we did recordings of students who wanted to highlight a female that was inspirational in their lives and pledge for parity, that they too will pass on those values to other young people, not even just women alone or young ladies alone, but pledge for parity to make a difference in our society on a whole.
How can persons see the videos?
Well, the Office of Gender Affairs has a Facebook page that they're free to go on and click like. All the videos from the schools, because we did go into the schools where we asked young ladies to highlight a female that inspired them to become who they are and what they would do to make sure that they spread that knowledge. And also at the end of the video, they're pledging for parity, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that equality is across the board. So social media is there with the information that was collected during the course of this month, so that everyone can see what we actually did within the schools.
Okay. Well, there you have it. That concludes the Girls Forum in celebration of International Women's Day. I'm Adriana Savarral reporting for the Ministry of Health and Social Development. Until next time, thank you for tuning in.